When was the last time you truly felt grateful? I almost missed the good things in my own life. Today, let's learn to notice them in English. Gratitude is a skill, and you can practice it. Let's begin together. Vi har då de pris from kais. Vi har det kenes, we're part in the stand to balts.
Hi, welcome back. I'm Scott. Today's topic is gratitude, and specifically, how to build a simple gratitude practice in English. A few years ago, I went through a really busy stretch. Work, deadlines, one thing after another. I remember feeling like nothing was ever quite enough, no matter how much I got done. A friend suggested I try writing down 3 good things every night before bed. I thought, sure, that sounds nice, but I honestly didn't expect much from it. A few weeks later, I noticed something had shifted, quietly, without me even realizing it. That's really what gratitude practice is. Small, repeated moments of noticing what's good. Let's start with some vocabulary. The first word is gratitude. Gratitude means feeling thankful for something. You might say, I have so much gratitude for my family's support. The next word is appreciate. To appreciate something means to recognize its value. For example, I really appreciate the little things, like a warm cup of coffee in the morning. Another useful word is abundance. Abundance means a large amount of something, more than enough. You could say, even during hard times, I try to notice the abundance around me. And finally, contentment. Contentment means a feeling of quiet satisfaction and peace. For example, sitting on my porch in the evening gives me a real sense of contentment. Now let's talk about why gratitude actually matters, beyond just feeling nice for a moment. Our brains are naturally wired to notice problems first. It's called negativity bias, and it's built into us. That means we often need to practice noticing the good, because the bad grabs our attention automatically. I remember one evening, everything seemed to go wrong. Traffic, a spilled coffee, a missed phone call. By the time I got home, I felt like the whole day had been a disaster. But when I sat down to write my 3 good things, I actually found some. The sun was warm on my walk. A stranger held the door for me. Dinner tasted really good. None of those things erase the hard parts of the day, but they balance the picture. Let's practice a simple gratitude phrase you can use daily. You could say, one thing I'm grateful for today is... Try finishing that sentence quietly, right now, in your own mind. Take a moment. What came up for you? Whatever it was, small or big, that's a perfect place to start. Let's look at more phrases you can use to talk about gratitude in English. I don't take it for granted means you truly value something and don't treat it as normal or expected. For example, after being sick last year, I don't take my health for granted anymore. It means a lot to me, is a warm way to express deep appreciation. You might say, your support this year has meant a lot to me. And I'm counting my blessings means you're focusing on the good things in your life. For example, even during a tough week, I try to count my blessings each night. These phrases aren't just nice English. They're small tools for shifting your mindset too. Let's talk about building a simple, daily gratitude habit, because consistency matters more than intensity. Try this method, sometimes called 3 good things. Each night, write down 3 things that went well that day, even small ones. Mine are often simple: a good song on the radio, a text from a friend, a quiet cup of tea. The goal isn't to find something huge. The goal is to train your attention toward what's good. Here's another useful phrase for this habit. I'm noticing the small stuff. You could say, lately, I've been noticing the small stuff, like birdsong outside my window. Let's talk about gratitude toward people, not just moments or things. Try this phrase. I'm thankful to have you in my life. Or simply, thank you for being you. I once wrote a short note to an old teacher, just thanking her for her patience years ago. She wrote back saying it was one of the kindest things anyone had done for her that year. A few honest words of thanks can matter far more than we usually realize. Let's do one more short practice, a gratitude walk, using your senses. As you walk, notice one thing you can see that you appreciate. Notice one sound that feels pleasant, even something small, like leaves or distant traffic. Notice one physical feeling, maybe fresh air or the warmth of sunlight on your skin. That's a gratitude walk. Simple, quiet, and something you can do almost anywhere. Let's review the vocabulary we learned today. Gratitude, appreciate, abundance, contentment, fortunate, cherish, wholehearted, and counting my blessings. Try using one of these words or phrases in a sentence about your own day. Gratitude isn't about pretending everything is perfect or ignoring real difficulties. It's about widening your view, just enough to notice the good things sitting right alongside the hard ones. Even on difficult days, there's usually something small worth noticing. Let's keep exploring, because there's a bit more that really helped deepen my own practice. One idea worth knowing is the difference between gratitude and positivity. Positivity often means forcing a cheerful mood, even when things feel hard. Gratitude is different. It doesn't ask you to ignore difficulty, just to notice good things alongside it. You might say, I'm not always positive, but I try to stay grateful. During a tough year, someone told me to just stay positive, and honestly, it felt dismissive. What actually helped was gratitude, quietly naming small good things without pretending the hard parts weren't real. That distinction matters, especially on days when forcing a smile just isn't realistic. Here's another helpful phrase. I'm holding both things at once. This means acknowledging something difficult while also noticing something good at the very same time. For example, this year has been hard, but I'm holding both things at once, the struggle and the gratitude. Let's talk about a common myth around gratitude, something many beginners believe. Many people think gratitude means you should always feel happy or never complain. That's not accurate at all, and honestly, it can create unnecessary pressure. Even with a strong gratitude habit, I still have days full of frustration and complaints. Just last week, I complained about traffic for a solid 10 minutes straight. Gratitude doesn't erase frustration. It simply adds another layer, a fuller, more balanced view of your day. There's a nice phrase for this, making room for both. You could say, I'm making room for both my frustration and my gratitude today. Let's add a few more useful words to your gratitude vocabulary. Fortunate means lucky, or having good things happen to you. For example, I feel so fortunate to have such supportive friends. Cherish means to hold something as very precious and dear. You might say, I cherish the quiet mornings I spend with my family. And wholehearted means completely sincere, with your whole heart involved. For example, I gave my grandmother a wholehearted thank you for everything she taught me. Now, let's talk about building this into a shared social habit, not just something private. Gratitude grows when it's shared out loud, with people around you. Try this phrase at dinner or with friends. What's one good thing that happened to you today? It's a simple question, but it opens up wonderful, unexpected conversations. My family started asking this question at dinner, and honestly, it changed the whole mood of our evenings. Even tired, grumpy family members usually find something small to share once they start looking. Try it this week with a friend, a partner, or even a coworker. That's really the heart of this practice. Before we wrap up, one more thought. Gratitude, like mindfulness, isn't something you master once and keep forever. It's a habit you return to again and again, especially on the days it feels hardest to find. Some days, your list will come easily. Other days, you might have to search a little harder, and that's fine. The searching itself is part of the practice. Here's one last phrase. I'm choosing to notice the good. You could say, today was hard, but I'm choosing to notice the good moments anyway. Try picking one phrase from today, gratitude, abundance, or counting my blessings, and use it this week. Say it out loud, write it in a notebook, or share it with someone you care about. Looking back, that simple habit of 3 good things quietly changed how I move through hard weeks. I didn't become a different person overnight, but slowly, my attention started shifting toward what was working. I hope this practice can offer you that same slow, quiet shift too. Thank you so much for practicing gratitude with me today. I'd love to know, what's one small thing you're grateful for right now? Leave a comment below and finish this sentence. Today, I'm grateful for. I'll read some of my favorites in the next episode. See you next time, and until then, take a moment to notice the good.